Hey all you beautiful people, it's me Amanda, and I am here this morning and I am so excited. We're actually going to pick up our Wisconsin daughters today. So for those of you who don't know, we moved from Wisconsin to Oregon this past summer, and we have a daughter who's in her 20s and she is on her own, so she stayed behind because she has a pretty good job and she wanted to stay. And then we also, our youngest, who's actually my stepdaughter, but I don't like to use that phrase, but she lives with her mom in Wisconsin, and then she comes out to visit us quite a few times. And this is one of those times, guys, and I'm so excited. They're both coming today. They're already on the plane. We're getting our morning chores done before we go get them. I just wanted to do a quick video and share my excitement and share with you some of the things that we did yesterday. Y'all remember that hideous goat barn with the tarp that was like coming down and it was way too big, and we were actually gonna extend it and put it over this archway, but we just hadn't done that? Well, we did an upgrade. So this tarp is actually like super heavy duty. I mean, it's super thick. It's not going anywhere. It's less likely to rip. We did get some rips in the other one because of these little like metal ends on the cattle panels here. Like here on the edge, they were getting ripped up. Then we cleaned out the barn and got everything all nice and neat. We're eventually going to take this out of here. This is not going to be in here forever. Right now, Piggy is hanging out in the crate, Miss Moya, because Shalom is still being a bully. Isn't that right, Shalom? Are you being a bully? Huh? These guys are just enjoying their breakfast. I put some grain in the mineral feeder because this one has taken over the stand. So yesterday we worked for about 8 or 9 hours outside. We cleaned out both coops. In the winter, we do what's called deep bedding, I think. And we don't clean out the coop. We just kind of stir up the bedding, and then we add more on top, add a layer of clean bedding. And it sounds really gross, and it was really gross to clean out, I'll be honest with you. It smelled so bad of ammonia. We wore masks. But before we, got it all mixed up and pulled out, it didn't stink in there. It wasn't until we started getting to some of those bottom layers where it really smelled. But we got it all cleaned out, and the reason why we do the deep bedding is because in the wintertime, it actually creates like a compost in your coop, and it helps heat the coop, and it keeps the chickens warm on nights where it might otherwise affect them. So we got that all situated. It's all cleaned out. Both coops are cleaned out. We call them the shop goblins, the little baby chicks that we hatched out on Easter. They are now in the red coop here. And I will be introducing them probably in a later video just because I'm kind of in a hurry this morning. But they are all set up in there. And then we did have some more eggs hatch recently. We have 3 more. We have decided that our incubator sucks because we tried a dozen eggs the first time and only got 3 chicks. And we did 8 eggs this time, and we only got 3 chicks. Another one did try to hatch and unfortunately just didn't make it. The dogs are doing their morning playtime. Karma, don't be a bully. This is Karma, and this is Topper. Topper is my mother-in-law's doggo, and they absolutely love playing together. Okay, so now I'm in the garden, and I'm going to show you the things that we did in here yesterday. Guys, we built another pallet project. Go figure, right? This time, we built a composter. It has these bins, and it's just pallets screwed together, guys. Super simple. Anybody could do this. And so we have these 2 empty bins, and then obviously you can see cleaning out the barn yesterday and cleaning out the coops. That's a lot of bedding. And there's hay under there, and then there's also some clippings from these bushes. I cut these bushes back quite a bit because they're actually a bush that would be toxic to the goats. And the goats were trying to peek through the fence here and get to the bushes. So I did cut a lot off of these bushes so that the goats wouldn't be able to reach it. But that filled up my composter pretty quick. So we do plan on adding some more bins on this side here. You can see that this is kind of lined up a little off of the edge, and that's because we can put another pallet here and then screw it in still, so that we can add on to this. We just didn't have any more pallets of this size, and honestly, after looking at this, I kind of wish I would have orientated them differently, like taken these pallets and turned them this way, because I feel like that would have given me more square footage in the composter and I wouldn't have to go as vertical. But you know, it works, and we do have some stuff spilling out, but that's pretty normal with a compost pile. So we are going to put probably at least 2 or 3 more bins over here because we've got the space. And I ran the garden hose behind the bins so that I can easily get it out if I need to, because we have this little hose reel here, and that is how I water the garden. This is one of the other things I worked on. Guys, these are my potato plants. Look at how big they're getting. You think those are big though? Just wait. So we've got that bed of potatoes, and then this whole bed along the fence here is nothing but potatoes too. And so we've got like these little guys. Look how cute they are. And I kind of held them up a little bit because they're getting big enough. That one wasn't quite ready. You can see those guys. This one was getting pretty big, but this one, I don't know if there's just like an excess of nutrients right here. This one, okay, so let me give you some perspective. That's how much I had to hill it up. That's probably about 6 to 8 inches of hill right there. It was huge. These guys over here, looking at them today, they look like they might need a little bit of hilling too. So as you could probably tell, yesterday was a pretty busy day. I know that like talking about cleaning out the coop and cleaning out the barn and replacing the roof on the barn might not seem like it's a time-consuming thing, but we did a lot yesterday. My body is not too happy with me today, but you know, I got stuff done. And we also put out more straw over the beds. Blanche, one of our chickens, if you've watched my Instagram at all, you will see that Blanche is nothing but trouble. She is constantly getting into my garden, and she likes to take the straw off all of the beds and scratch it around. For whatever reason, chickens don't like piles. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about a pile that makes a chicken want to flatten it out, but it's a thing. So I'm actually taking you over here to show you one other thing that we did work on that I kind of forgot about, to be honest with you. And it is this. We just put up a pallet system because Blanche likes to flatten that compost pile. And she will spread it out this way. And what happens is I have elephant garlic planted right here. And I got little shoots that are starting to come up. But she was like covering them, and I was worried that they were going to get smothered and not grow well. And then also, this compost isn't fully processed yet, so it's got stuff in it that could really hurt my plants. So I wanted to get this up. The plan is to put some more boards on here. We've got some pallet boards that broke off. We're just going to screw them on there to make a more of a barrier towards the bottom, so that if she does come over here in the garden and scratch it all up, it's not going to be the end of the world. There's my little elephant garlics, guys. Look at, aren't they cute? They're growing, but they're little. There's more under there, and I just have to expose them. But look at this garlic. Like, these are growing so good. Nice thick stalks. And then look at these guys. I think this is the German white, and it's huge. I also did plant some turnips, radishes, carrots, and beets. I have a whole bed of just those things. And what I did is I spaced out the carrots and the radishes, or I'm sorry, the carrots, the beets, and the turnips the way that they were supposed to be spaced. But then I also took the radishes and kind of put them in between, because the radishes will be ready to harvest in 60 days. So 2 months. And those will develop and need to be taken out of the garden before the beets and the carrots really take off. I did plant those things a little late, so I'm not expecting them to do great this season. I'm expecting kind of maybe smaller root vegetables, and maybe not a great yield, but I tried. And I think that is the one thing that I'm learning, is that even if I'm doing it a little later than I'm supposed to, or even if something isn't happening the way it's supposed to, I'm just going to try. I'm just going to do it, because the worst thing that's going to happen is it's not going to work. But it might work. And if it does work, then I have food. And if it doesn't work, then I wasted a little bit of time in the sun digging in the dirt, which I love to do anyways, so it's not the end of the world. And that's one thing that I'm really learning about homesteading, is it's about trying. It's about putting the effort forth and just doing something that you don't be afraid to fail. You're going to fail. It's going to happen. I'm going to have crops that aren't going to do great. I'm going to have things that aren't going to go well. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. And that's awesome, because for the first time in my life, I'm not afraid of failure. And that's a big thing for me. I don't want to get emotional, but fear of failure has really held me back from a lot of things in my life, and I'm really glad that I'm finally putting that aside. So if there's something that you want to do, just go do it. Don't be afraid. If you fail, whatever, you can try again. You can replant. You can repaint your picture. You can rebuild your whatever. Just try, and you will be amazed at what you can achieve. So on that sappy note, guys, I'm going to hop off of here. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I know I'm going to, because I get to go get my daughters. And I love you, and have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.